involved. I mean, it's a big sawhorse, and I get to soak the nails in betadine for a while. I mean, you got to be safe about it. You can't be crazy.
And what is the turn on for you? Do you get a hard on when that happens?
I've actually jerked off in front of a crowd of like 100 people with my balls nailed to the sawhorse and shot a load.
Wow. Give him a hand. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Unless my dick is actually nailed down too,
which happens, I'm sure.
Makes it impossible. The only person that's nailed my dick down is Sybil Troy. She's a very close friend of mine.
All right.
And I say this in the most loving, delightful way.
Right.
She is a sick fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this? I mean, you don't start with nailing your dick to a sawhorse.
No. I mean, I was kinky from the first moment I saw one of those little BDSM cartoons in Penthouse.
Yeah.
And I was married for 6 years, and I had a kinky
That'll
marriage.
do it.
No, I had my sex life and my marriage is pretty good while it lasted.
Okay.
But then when my wife left me, I went out into the public scene, started going to parties, and started to get to know people. And I thought I was adventurous before, but oh my fuck.
Yeah, how adventurous did you get with the wife?
Pretty adventurous. I mean, she was pretty kinky too. It wasn't like I was trying to get her to.
And you were a sub, and you've always been.
Well, the thing is, that was maybe part of the problem was she was more submissive.
Oh, okay.
And I don't consider myself submissive. I'm more of a bottom. I call myself a hold my beer bottom. Like that can't be done. Oh, really? Hold my beer.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of thing. I'm not the kind of sub that gets a call at 2 a.m. and drives across town to bring a dom a Dixie cup full of water.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do that.
All right.
But I just like doing crazy shit.
Right.
I love the spectacle. I'm a total attention whore. I love people going, oh my God, I can't believe he did that.
So it's not it's not necessarily that you're bowing down to them or submitting to them. It's that you're showing what it's about you too.
Well,
you're not giving away your power. You're actually
no, you are. It's sort of and it's not like a bright line either. It's like for me, I think going overboard with the submission thing can be a little bit I'm not passing judgment on other people.
Exactly.
But for me, I just feel a little silly doing that.
Okay.
For me, it's just a very weird, intense way to have a sexual experience.
Right.
And a way to like impress crowds.
Right.
I'm a total exhibitionist. In fact, I have another.
Now, can you perform without your balls nailed to a board, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Absolutely.
All right.
I mean, I've had vanilla relationships.
Okay.
Vanilla sex.
And how does that go?
I haven't had a vanilla relationship since before my marriage. I've had my last girlfriend and the one before that were both pro doms.
Sure.
And then the one before that was an interesting little anecdote. I was dating a lifestyle dom.
Okay.
And
what's the difference for our audience?
A lifestyle dom does it only in her personal life.
Right.
And a professional dom gets paid.
Right.
And I was dating a lifestyle dom. We did some BDSM scenes, and that's why I like to date pro doms, because they're really fucking good at it.
Yeah.
And they go definitely up 1,000 notches.
Sure.
So she was.
Plus, you're getting it for free.
I don't like to say for free.
Yeah.
Because it makes it feel like I'm getting away with something.
Right.
It's a mutual exchange. Somebody wants to. I only play with people that want to play with me.
Sure.
But I don't feel like I'm getting the goods for free.
Right.
It's not like, it's like if a regular vanilla sex worker, she has a relationship with someone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A lot of them are married. Their sex workers' husbands are not getting sex for free.
Right.
They're getting sex.
Right.
So that's the way I see it when I'm dating a pro dom. So I was dating this lifestyle dom. And the BDSM was good, but it wasn't like super intense. And then we were going to have sex for the first time, and she stops me and she says, I'm not going to mention her name. She's very private. Yeah. I'm going to use fake names. Okay. So she had her dom name was, let's say, Wanda.
Wanda.
Wasn't her dom name.
Right.
But let's say Wanda. And her real name was, let's say, Jane.
Sure.
Okay? Not her name.
Right.
But we're about to fuck, and she stops me and she says, okay, I don't ever have sex with my submissives, with my bottoms.
Right.
So you need to decide right now, are you going to date Wanda or are you going to date Jane?
Okay.
And I said, okay, I picked Jane.
All right.
And we had amazing sex for a while.
Okay.
But we never did another BDSM scene ever again.
Okay.
We fucked like porn stars.
Mm-hmm.
But great. But we never did another BDSM.
Oh, was she? I mean, was she domineering? Like, was she always the one initiating? Was she on top all the time?
No, actually, and it's funny because when I'm doing vanilla sex,
Right.
I'm not talking about like wear a kilt and call me daddy, but I tend to get a little dominant when I'm having in the bedroom when there's no BDSM involved.
Right.
I tend to be a little lead taking there.
Okay.
But like when I'm in the dungeon or a party or on stage, I'm a pure bottom. You can just fuck with me like I'm a rented mule.
Okay, well that's gonna happen.
Well,
yeah.
I want to know how do you feel about like dirty talk and being talked down to and humiliated? Do you like that?
You know what? Humiliation is so complex. So and I'm gonna explain it. The answer is yes and no. I took an amazing class by a woman named Fetish Diva Midori. She just goes by Midori. She's a BDSM and sex educator. And she really kind of set it out really clearly. And there's a difference between humiliation that attacks your core values versus humiliation that elevates your core values.
Okay.
The common thing is humiliation is based on norm violations.
Right.
You know, like walking around like a dog or things like that. So humiliation can be a real turn on, and it is for me, but not when it invades my core values. Like things that I either really value about myself or things that I'm actually insecure about. Like, you don't want to get into a scene with me and call me stupid or call me ugly or bald or fat, you know. Things that, you know, like, or say I have a small dick. Like most of the guys that are into small dick humiliation are hung like mules. They're huge cocks. I'm on the small side of average. So, like, telling me I have a useless small dick, that's going to make me feel bad. It's not going to make me feel good and excited. That's going to make me feel bad. But if you walk me around like a dog, I know I'm not a dog.
Right.
You know.
So it keeps it with the fantasy.
Right.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like I'm violating a norm. There's a taboo there. And there's that titillation of being in an awkward situation. But I know that I'm still a good person. I'm still valuable. I'm still liked and adored by the person who's humiliating me.
Right.
Okay.
So humiliation, you could do more damage with verbal humiliation than you can with a 10-foot bullwhip. You know,
I get that.
you know, those will still heal, but the emotional scars.
Do you have any experience with that?
Oh, lots. We talked about it on Sunday when we spoke about doing this.
Right.
And,
well, first off, we got the right guy. He's got some great stories.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're very knowledgeable.
No, we did.
Thank you.
I just did, like, I had an idea of going in a direction that he wasn't comfortable with.
Right.
And I kind of feel, from my side of it, I've always felt like the submissives have a certain level of control in the situation as far as not the actual acts, but as far as setting the limits and the boundaries and what they're comfortable with and what they like and what they don't. All of that gives them a great deal of power. It's just that they relinquish it once the session begins.
Right.
You know, and I just realized that I liked it and I was good at it.
Right. Well, what's the craziest thing that you made one of your subs do? You gotta tell me what you're thinking of right now.
It's disgusting.
We want to hear it. Come on.
It's really
This guy nails his balls to
Yeah,
it.
but this
It can't be-
involves scat.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So I had this one, and it was me and my best friend Terry before she got killed, and we pulled a double. So we were both supposed to dominate this one man.
And it wasn't Eddie Murphy, was it?
No.
Okay, all right.
Murphy, although she's the one that convinced Eddie Murphy to
I
make him happy.
know. That's why I asked.
That's the same best friend. So we're pulling a double with the guy, and
Define pulling a double.
Pulling a double is when you're two professional sex workers and it's two of you on one client. That's pulling a double.
Okay.
And so we were both with him and we were dominating him, and I got the idea to fuck him with a rawhide chew toy.
As you do.
Yeah. And so I took a condom and I slipped it over the
Well, that was
rawhide
nice of
chew
you.
toy.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to tear him up inside.
I was going to say, yeah, those get rough.
Because it was one of those.
Now, was it already chewed on, or?
Oh, it was one of those really hard, rawhide, kind of rough-edged ones. So I put the condom on it to try to, soften it a little. Not too much, but a little. And so I'm fucking him, and she's up there like dominating him at the top half, and I've got the bottom half. And the next thing you know, there's a ceiling fan above us, and the light the globe falls and shatters like everywhere. And we have him blindfolded.
Oh my God.
And he starts hopping around like, what happened? What happened? And I'm like, dude, you better lay still or you are going to be sliced and diced 6 ways to Sunday.
Sure.
I'm not playing with you. You know, and then, so I pulled the rawhide chew toy out of his ass, and this was
Very
the worst
carefully.
part. No, not carefully. I yanked it out. I did. I yanked it out. You know, in for a penny, in for a yank.
Yes.
Was that Aesop?
Yeah, right. So I yanked it out, and there was a little mess on the condom. And since he was blindfolded, I was like, you know what? You have been so bad today.
I see what it's
that I'm
going.
about to make you do something you are not going to like. I said, open your mouth wide. And he said, what are you going to do? I said, just fucking open your mouth like you were told. And he did, and dropped it right in his mouth. Sure did.
Did you chew it?
He started to chew on it, and then like this look, well, from what I could see of his face, but this look came over the bottom half of his face, and he got really pissed off. Like he wasn't going to pay us for it. And I said, oh, no, 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 no. So while he was still tied up, Terry went to the kitchen and got a steak knife and came back to the bedroom and told him, you don't get to get untied until, because he said the money's in his car. So he said, okay, you're not being untied until you pay us. So we're going to walk right on out to that car. And we made him in his underwear, handcuffed and tied up and the whole bit. And walked him out to his car, got the money out of his briefcase in the trunk, and
Nice.
that took care of that. But
Wow.
that was the most disgusting one.
That's pretty
You should
disgusting.
work for a collection agency.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's his fault. He didn't clean out before butt stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta do the enema, the whole thing.
Exactly.
Now tell us about the nails.
The nails.
Yeah, Hannah's jealous.
I am.
I ordered these nails on the internet through a website that I happen to love for shopping.
Yeah.
And when I saw them, they reminded me of the perfect Freddy Krueger, this sort of situation. Like I just had this sort of situation in my mind when I saw them and picked them.
Yes.
But I didn't know that the opportunity would necessarily present itself, and then it did. So
You know us. So anyway, I think.
thanks to Kinky Jesus.
Yeah, I think Kinky Jesus. I think if we're ready, because it's about a half hour. I can't believe how fast this goes. Let's start playing a little bit, and then we'll. I'll probably stop about 10 minutes before, and we'll talk about what you guys thought about what's going on. If that's all right.
That's fine.
You all right? You all right with that, Steve?
I'm down to China.
Kinky Jesus. Okay, let's.
And for the record, I've never ever like really whipped anybody or slapped anybody, so I'm in training right now.
Well, you got to get up early. If you're hitting me in the ass, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to hurt me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now.
I always
Remember
have
you
a
said
very
that.
gentle touch anyway.
My
when it
back
comes
is a
to
lot more
anything.
vulnerable.
When you're spanking a guy, you have a gentle touch.
I don't spank guys; they spank me.
Yeah, but you have spanked a guy, I'm sure,
No,
at
I
one
use
point.
my
Spanking-
claws. I claw them up.
Barehanded spanking is.
I love
is
her
one of the
so
most-
Hold on. Barehanded spanking is what?
It's one of the most intimate types of play. there
Sure.
is. Yeah, because instead of using an implement, you're skin to skin. There's
Right.
There's human
Right.
contact, so it's very intimate.
Right.
So like, you could be a lot more casual about getting whacked with with like a paddle or something, but there's a connection there, like instantly when you're spanking. Because I will once in a blue moon I will top.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things to do as a top is barehanded spanking.
Right. Seems like everybody does. Like even Doms, like once in a while, will sub just to see what it's like, or for training purposes.
Well, when I top, there's a term called service top.
Okay.
Which is a top that is not topping to really be dominant. They're doing it for the pleasure
right.
of the bottom. So like you're basically there. Everybody knows what topping from the bottom is. It's more like bottoming from the top.
Okay.
You're doing what your bottom.
Hannah doesn't know what
wants to do.
bottom from the topping is.
I'm learning.
Topping from the bottom
Oh,
is
topping
a
from the bottom.
bad thing. That's when the submissive or the bottom starts giving orders. Oh, I want you to do this. I want you to make me do that. and it takes away from the dominance dynamic.
Gotcha.
But bottoming from the top is more like service topping, where you're the one giving out the spanking or the whatever it is, but you're doing it in a way that is totally deferential to the bottom.
So
it's for her pleasure.
Gotcha.
You know.
So you're like, does that candle wax feel okay? Does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very.
I meant to bring a candle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Am I whipping you hard enough? Do you like it harder? That type of thing.
That's pretty close to what it's like when you're service top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know. Anyway, we're gonna do a little shuffle here. We got kind of a little. I think this used to be like where cameras were or something.
Mark got his.
I got my ass spanked
Yeah.
over here, so we're gonna do. We had a lot more room in our old studio, but I'm gonna get out of here. Have the two of you go over here and figure this out, okay?
She's my assistant.
Okay.
The assistant.
Let me get out of your way and Hannah talk for a little bit.
You want me to talk?
Well, somebody's got to talk. I mean, somebody's listening to this on iTunes. I'm going to take this table out of the way, unless you need it.
Let me know.
And Steven, you go over here.
Okay.
Alright, so in the studio we have kind of like what would be a pull-up bar, and we're having Jesus approach.
Kinky Jesus is
Grabbing
approaching his mistress, Jamie. Okay.
How are you this evening?
I'm excited.
Yeah, don't...
Having fun.
How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited.
Are you?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Feels good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, so you can take a little bit of.
And, yes, I...
I know they're little tiny little nipples. Tiny little man nipples.
Well, I guess that's the way they're supposed to be now, aren't they?
Yeah. Once they get played with too much, then they start
Yeah.
to stick out.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine.
I'm saving them for my golden years.
Are you? I should have brought clamps, but.
I forgot to tell you, I'm a bit of a snarky sub.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should drop to your knees for being snarky.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. The snarkiness is a little too much for me.
Now fucking apologize.
I'm sorry, mistress.
Why were you snarky?
I am what I am.
You are what you are. Oh, isn't that cute? Well, just because you are what you are, I am what I am. And Hannah is what she is.
Okay.
So, let me see inside of here a little bit. Oh, there we go. See?
I believe she's pinching his nipple right now, for people listening.
They're not that little, are they? You got enough for mistress to pinch, don't you?
Yes, mistress.
Mm-hmm. Do you like that?
If it pleases you.
Yeah. Obviously, it fucking pleases me. Let's see this other one. Ooh, tender. Those nail rings help, don't they? Oh, but you can take it, remember?